girl, Chocolate Beauty. Before we get into this latest trending hot topics video, I would like for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification button so you can know when I upload my videos. Also, please like and share this video. Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill is back at it again. Nicki Minaj put up a picture of her and her husband. Somebody decided to make a meme out of the picture with Kenneth posting as a mannequin in a store. The Shade Room got wind of this picture and posted on their Instagram. Meek Mill saw the picture and liked it. Baby, the Barbs was on top of it and sent it to Nicki Minaj. It started a war of words on Twitter. The reason why Nicki got upset was because the meme was poking fun at the way her husband Kenneth dresses. Minaj got in her feelings and start posting pictures of Meek Mill showing that he doesn't have any sense of fashion neither, and put a clown emoji over the pictures that she was posting. The Barbs went nuts and start going in on Meek Mill. Nicki decides that she was going to repost everything that the Barbs is saying about Meek Mill. And Nicki decides that she wants to poke fun on not only the way that he dressed, but also how the way that he's built. Girl, you wasn't complaining when you was with him. After the noise from Twitter got loud, Meek Mill decides to respond to what Nicki was saying. He said that Nicki Minaj is a bad person and she's very vindictive. And she's mad because her husband's career has crashed and burned. She needs to leave him alone and go to church. Ciao. Nicki Minaj comes back and accuses Meek Mill of being a woman beater. This is not the first time we heard this. There was a video that was circulating online with Nicki saying that she was in an abusive relationship. And everybody thought that she was talking about Meek Mill.
Would let my father be violent with her. And she always brings up the story as a little girl. I would stand in front of my mother and go like this. And I vowed, like, that's why I'm, like, maybe some people would describe me as abrasive or whatever, because I vowed from that age, no man would ever abuse me, call me out my name, treat me like that. And then all of a sudden, that was my life.
She never said who the person was. Nicki put out this information that Meek Mill was allegedly an abuser. Meek Mill didn't respond immediately, but people on Twitter start dragging him. And I mean dragging him, saying some terrible things about him. And after a while, he responded by saying her using these abuse allegations is a way to ruin his career, because we have seen that this type of allegation have ruined the lives of people with thriving careers. She fires back with a tweet by saying that he allegedly beat and spit on his sister and it was recorded. She also alleges that he abused his mother, putting her in the hospital, and he kicked her in front of his mother. After Nicki posted that tweet, Meek Mill responded by saying he needs to concentrate on her brother being convicted of rape. He said allegedly Nicki knew that her brother was guilty of the crime. Nicki responded by saying that her brother was allegedly accused of a crime. The victim's mother tried to extort her for $20 million. Meek Mill knew about the situation because they were together during that time. Meek Mill responded back by saying that she is a nasty person with a nasty upbringing and he doesn't know how she survived this long in the industry. Meek Mill said that his girlfriend is pregnant, and him responding to his ex-girlfriend on Twitter was extremely clownish. Meek Mill's last tweet was saying that he is not a woman beater and he will not respond to any questions pertaining to this incident. He then deleted the tweets with him and Nicki going back and forth and posted a song featuring Justin Timberlake called Believe. Soon after Meek Mill posted the song, Nicki Minaj then releases a new song herself called Yikes. Because they did that, a lot of people believed that it was a publicity stunt and they just wanted to bring traction to their new songs. Now, I personally believe that PR got involved with the situation. Both of their teams came together this way to figure the situation out because it became so nasty. So the best way to make it seem like it wasn't real, they made Meek Mill delete his tweets for both of them to put out their new music. Because remember, Meek Mill is a part of Roc Nation. And we know that Jay-Z is the head of Roc Nation. And he tries his best to maintain a certain image for everybody that's under Roc Nation. We also have to remember, Nicki Minaj blasting her ex is nothing new. Same situation years after she broke up with Safaree. She came out of nowhere dissing him online, saying that his image and his hairline was fake. Safaree defended himself, saying that Nicki Minaj did not write her music, he was her ghostwriter, and that she stabbed him. Right after he said that, Nicki did an interview on Hot 97 accusing Safaree of stealing her credit cards to pay for prostitutes.
On the inside of the industry knows that I write my lyrics and knows that I put so much weight on women writing. And then for one person to do something like this to me out of sheer weakness and passive aggression and just hatefulness and vindictiveness, because you got caught, a person that was taking care of you for years and years, because you got caught, a person who was taking care of you while you were paying for prostitutes and doing all types and stealing their credit cards and doing all types of
hold up.
So this is a pattern for her. So her going off on her exes is nothing new. Speaking of Safaree, him and his wife Erica Samuels welcomed their first child together last week. Congratulations to Safaree and Erica on their new bundle of joy. Speaking of people who seem to not be able to get along, Mase and Diddy are back in the headlines. Diddy was recently honored by the Grammys with an Icon Award for his contribution to the music industry. He did a long speech about how the Grammys need to work on inclusion with hip-hop artists. He went on this long-winded speech about how he is for the artists, need to be recognized for the hard work they put into these albums. He said that he changed his middle name to Love, and he believes that love is the only way to bring unity in the industry. Right after Diddy's speech, Meek Mill puts up a post, and it reads as follows. What's up with all these different race men, got all these young black kids in slave contracts in the music business? Come get with us. You need help fixing your situation. Hashtag DC, hashtag Roc Nation. It's literally stealing. Now we found something we can get rich off. After Meek Mill posted that tweet, Mase decides to respond to it and also comment on Diddy's speech. His message was too long to even post, so I'm just going to sum it up for you. He basically said how it was funny that Diddy was talking about how he is for artists and he wants the artists to be in better positions, but he literally puts his artists in slave contracts. Diddy is a walking contradiction and he doesn't practice what he preached. Allegedly, a few days before the Grammys, Mase reached out to Diddy and asked him if he was willing to sell his royalties back to him for $2 million. And Diddy told him that if he couldn't come up with a higher amount than the European guy, that he would have to wait until he's 50 years old. Publishing will revert back to him. Mase said that he sold his publishing to Diddy when he was 19 years old for $20,000. People may look at the situation and say Mase is at fault for selling his royalties, but you got to understand he was a 19-year-old kid. $20,000 may seem like that's a lot of money. Mase didn't understand that he was signing his life away. I think that he understood the impact financially that it would have on him when he became older. Now, do I believe that he reached out to Diddy to get back his publishing and Diddy told him no? Yes, I do. But let's be clear. Mase have created a lot of bad blood in between him and Diddy. When Mase first signed with Bad Boy and he decided to walk away from the music industry, Diddy allegedly allowed him to walk away from the contract. In the message that Mase wrote on social media, he alleges that he was making pennies and peanuts while he was working for Bad Boy. So my thing is, if you were getting pennies and peanuts while you're a recording artist for Bad Boy, why would you go back a second time? As a matter of fact, why would you go on the Bad Boy 20-year reunion tour? Mase and Diddy has a toxic relationship. It's like an unstable marriage. One time they're up, then they're down, then they're sideways, then they're up, then they're down, then you don't know, and then they're happy, and then they're not, and then they're fighting, and then they're saying terrible things about each other, and then they're not, and then they're cool, and then they fight. It's too much to follow. Mase, you going back to Diddy after he did you dirty so many times. It's hard for fans to understand your logic. I mean, like, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. People have been saying this about Diddy for many years. Diddy has horrendous and bad business practices when it comes to his artists. If you look at the people that made him rich in the 90s, not one of them is rich. The only person that's really successful that came out of Bad Boy was Mary J. Blige. And even she had her struggles. It's been said for many years that Diddy had terrible contracts. I do agree with Mase when he said that Diddy hides behind a facade and he wears many masks. But I believe that's true for 99% of the industry. I do believe that Mase needs to take some responsibility for his action after he left Bad Boys the first time. He went back not once, not twice, but 3 separate occasions. We know that they did business together. Do better. Mase, do not sign to Bad Boy again. Do not go on a tour with them again. Because in a few years, you're going to be doing the same back and forth with Diddy. It goes on every couple of years. It's going to eventually become old. Alright, you guys, thank you for watching my latest Trending Hot Topics video. Hopefully, I'll see you next week. Ciao.